Hello everyone. Our lesson for today is understanding leadership, especially in Nigeria. Leadership is a multifaceted concept that plays a vital role in the development and progress of the society. In Nigeria, the importance of leadership cannot be overstated, given its diverse political, cultural, economic landmarks. As defined by a scholar, leadership is a process whereby an individual influences a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. This definition is deeply with Nigerian historical and contemporary experiences with leadership. Historically, Nigeria has been shaped by various forms of leadership, ranging from traditional chieftaincy system to a modern democratic governance. According to a scholar, traditional leadership structures were prevalent across Nigerian diverse economic groups, with leaders or with rulers and chiefs, hearing authorities and influencing their communities, social economy and political affairs. These traditional leaders serve as a custodian of cultural heritage and then played a crucial roles in conflict resolution and decision-making processes. With the advent of colonialism and subsequent independence in 1960, Nigeria witnessed a transition to a modern form of leadership characterized by political governance. However, the legacy of colonial rule left a complex socio-political landmarks marked by ethnic tension, corruption, and socio-economic disparities. Despite these challenges, Nigerians leaders have continued to navigate the complexity of governance while striving to meet needs and aspirations of their citizens. The contemporary understanding of leadership in Nigeria encompasses a wide range of practice and perspective. According to a scholar, Nigerian leaders often exhibit a mix of authoritative, democratic, and paternalistic leadership style, influenced by cultural norms, political ideologies, and personal value. More so, leadership in Nigeria is often intertwined with issues of power, authority, and socio-economic development. Therefore, in conclusion, leadership in Nigeria is a dynamic and evolving phenomenon that reflects the country's rich cultural heritage, political history, socio-economic realities. As Nigerians continue to strive for progress and development, effective leadership will remain essential in addressing the challenges facing the nation and harnessing its immense political or potential for growth and prosperity. The next caption we want to hear is, what are the cultural influences on leadership? In Nigeria, cultural influences significantly shaped leadership style and practice, with over 250 ethnic groups, each with its own tradition and values. Nigerian cultural diversity is the defining feature of its leadership landmarks. Traditional leadership, rooted in indigenous customs and beliefs, continue to exert influence alongside modern governance systems. Traditional leadership structures, as the next caption. Across Nigeria, traditional rulers played a crucial role in their communities, serving as custodians of culture and intermediaries between the people and the government authorities. According to Afikpo, 1972, traditional leadership is often hereditary, with rulers inheriting their positions based on lineage and ancestral ties. These leaders have the authority and influence in matters of dispute resolution, land tenure, and social cohesion. And that will take us to the next caption that has to say or talk about influence of ethnic diversity on leadership style. What is the influence of ethnic diversity on leadership style? Nigerians' ethnicity or ethnic diversity contributes to a variety of leadership styles observed across the country. As noted by a scholar, each ethnic group has its own cultural norms and practice that shape leadership behavior and expectation. For example, among the Hausas of the northern Nigeria, leadership tends to be hierarchical and authoritarian, reflecting Islamic tradition of governance. In contrast, among the Yorubas of southwestern Nigeria, leadership is often more consensual and participatory, with emphasis placed on consensus building and consultation. And that will bring us to the impact of religion on leadership practices. What is the impact, or what are the impacts? Religion also played a significant role in shaping leadership in Nigeria. With Christianity and Islam being the dominant faiths, religious leaders have considerable influence over their followers and often play active role in shaping public opinion and policy. Nole also stated that religious leaders often advocate for social justice, moral value, and community development, thereby influencing the conduct of political leaders and fostering accountability. Therefore, in conclusion, cultural influences permeate every aspect of leadership in Nigeria, from traditional chieftaincy system to a modern governance structure. Understanding these cultural dynamics is essential for effective leadership, as it allows the leaders to navigate diverse perspectives, build consensus, and foster unity among Nigerians' rich tapestries of culture and tradition. And that will take us to the next caption that has to talk about political landmarks and leadership. What is our own landmarks in Nigeria? The political landmark in Nigeria is characterized by a complex interplay of historical legacy, ethnic dynamics, and democratic governance. Understanding the intricacies of Nigerian politics is essential for analyzing leadership within the country. Under the political landmarks, we have evolution of political landmarks in Nigeria. What is the evolution? Since gaining independence from British colonial rule in 1960, Nigeria has experienced various forms of political leadership, including military dictatorship, civilian rule, and democratic transitions. According to Diamond, Nigerian early post-independent years were marked by instability with frequent military coups and period of authoritarian rules. However, since the transition to civilian democracy in 1999, Nigeria has made significant steps towards democratic consolidation. with regular elections and peaceful transitions of power. And that will take us to analysis of key political figures and their leadership style. What is the leadership style of our key political figures in Nigeria? Throughout Nigerian political history, several key figures have emerged as influential leaders, shaping the country trajectory. For instance, leaders such as Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello played a pivotal role in the struggle for independence and post-independence era, each expounding distinct vision for Nigerian development. Furthermore, contemporary leaders like Olusegun Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, and Muhammadu Buhari have left indelible mark on Nigerian politics, each with their own leadership styles and policy agendas. Furthermore, knowing about the challenges and opportunities for political leaders, Nigerian political leaders face a great number of challenges, including corruption, ethnic tension, insecurity, and economic inequality. According to a scholar, the perceived corruption undermines public trust in government, institutions, and hampers development efforts. Additionally, religious conflicts and insurgencies pose significant security threats, requiring decisive leadership and effective governance strategies. Despite these challenges, Nigerians' political leaders also have opportunities to enact meaningful reform, promote inclusive governance, and foster national unity. In conclusion, leadership in Nigeria political sphere is shaped by historical legacy, contemporary realities, and the aspiration of each citizen. Therefore, effective political leadership is essential for addressing the country's challenges, promoting democratic values, and achieving sustainable development. And that will take us to the next caption that has to do with economic leadership. How do we go about our economic leadership? Economic leadership played a crucial role in shaping Nigerian development trajectory and fostering prosperity for its citizens. With a rich endowment of natural resources and a vibrant entrepreneurial spirit, Nigeria has the potential to match as a leading economic powerhouse in Africa. This chapter explores the role of economic leaders in driving growth, innovation, and equitable development. What is the role of our business leaders in Nigerian economy? Business leaders in Nigeria played a central role in driving economic growth, job creation, wealth generation. According to Inyawen, the private sector accounts for a significant portion of Nigerian GDP and employs a large segment of the population. Business leaders, including entrepreneurs, CEOs, CEOs and industrial captains, contribute to the development of various sectors such as oil and gas, telecommunication, banking, and agriculture. Through investment, innovation, and market-driven initiatives, these leaders stimulate economic activities and create opportunities for advancement. And that will take us to entrepreneurship and innovation. What are we supposed to do in that aspect? Entrepreneurship is the driving force behind Nigerian economy development. With setting up a ecosystem and growing culture of innovation. As noted by Owojobi and Benin, Nigerian entrepreneurs demonstrate resilience, creativity, and resourcefulness in overcoming challenges and seizing opportunities. From each tech startup in Lagos to agro-business venture in the central areas, entrepreneurs are harnessing technology, skills, and market insight to drive inclusive growth and address social needs. And that will take us to addressing economic inequality through leadership. How do we address that? It said, despite Nigerian vast wealth and potential economic, inequality persists, or negative feeling, social tension, and hindering progress. Economic leaders have a responsibility to address these disparities and then promote inclusive growth. A scholar also stated that inclusive economic leadership entails policies and strategies that empower marginalized groups, promote access to education and healthcare, and then create opportunities for wealth creation and onward mobility. By fostering an enabling environment for the entrepreneurship, investment, and job creation, economic leaders can contribute to a building more equitable and prosperous society. So conclusively, economic leaders or leadership in Nigeria is essential for driving sustainable development, fostering innovation, and reducing poverty. By leveraging the country's vast resources, human capital, entrepreneurial spirit, economic leaders can propel Nigeria towards a future of shared prosperity and opportunity for all. And that will take us to social and community leadership. What are we supposed to know in that aspect? Social and community leadership in Nigeria plays a crucial role in driving grassroots development, fostering social cohesion, and addressing pressing societal challenges. This chapter will also explore the diverse forms of leadership at the local level, including grassroots initiative, NGO advocacy, and movement for social change. What are we supposed to know in this aspect? We will talk about grassroots leadership initiative. At the grassroots level, community leaders play essential roles in mobilizing resources, advocating for local needs, and facilitating community development projects. According to Joe, a good scholar, also stated that grassroots leaders emerge from within their communities and then possess intimate knowledge of local dynamics and priorities. They champion causes ranging from education and healthcare to infrastructure development and also environmental conservation, often leveraging traditional structures and communal network to effect change. So others who are under grassroots, we have them as NGOs, civil society leadership. What do they do there? These are under non-governmental organization, which is the NGOs, and civil society organization. CSOs are also key factor or actor in Nigerian social landmarks, advocating for human rights, good governance, and social justice. As highlighted by scholar, NGO plays a diverse role in service delivery, policy advocacy, and community empowerment. Their leaders include activists, advocates, and social entrepreneurs, mobilize resources, raise awareness, and engage stakeholders to address issues such as poverty, gender inequality, and corruption. And that will take us to women and youth leadership movement. You know, women are very great leaders wherever you find them. So let's check what they do here. Women and youth constitute a significant segment of Nigeria's population and are increasingly asserting their leadership in various spheres. Women leaders, such as activists, politicians, and entrepreneurs, are advocating for gender equality, women's rights, and female empowerment. Similarly, youth leaders are mobilizing for social change, political reform, and economic opportunities. According to a scholar, women and youth leadership movement are reshaping Nigerian social and political landmarks, challenging traditional norms, and advocating for inclusive governance structures. In conclusion, social and community leaders in Nigeria is a diverse dynamic and essential for driving positive change at the grassroots level. By empowering local leaders, supporting civil society initiatives, and fostering inclusive participation, Nigeria can harness the collective political or potential of its citizens to build resilient and prosperous communities. And that will take us to knowing leadership in education and academia, which is very, very important. So education is a key to whatever we are looking at. When you're educated, you will not be ignorant of what you're supposed to know. So let's go there. Leadership in education and academia plays a crucial role in shaping the intellectual, social, and economic development of Nigeria. Educational leaders, including administrators, teachers, and scholars, influence curriculum development practices and institutional policies. This chapter also will examine the multifaceted dimensions of leadership in Nigeria's educational landmarks. And that will take us to the role of educational institutions in developing leaders. Educational institutions serve as a tool for leadership development, nurturing the next generation of leaders across various fields. According to a scholar, schools, colleges, and universities provide platforms for students to cultivate leadership skills, critical thinking abilities, and civil engagement. Educational leaders such as principals, deans, faculty members play vital roles in creating conducive learning environment, fostering academic excellence, and also promoting ethical values. So in knowing some of these things, what are the challenges in educational leadership? Despite the importance of education leadership, Nigeria faces also numerous challenges in its educational system, including inadequate funding, infrastructural deficits, and quality assurance issues. As highlighted by a scholar, educational leaders must navigate these challenges while striving to uphold standards of excellence, equality, and inclusivity. Most of political interference, bureaucratic red tape, and cultural barriers pose additional obstacles to effective education leadership. And that will take us to the impact of research and innovation in leadership development. Research and innovation are integral components of leadership development in Nigerian academic institutions. Scholars and researchers contribute to knowledge creation, problem solving, and evidence-based policy making. According to a scholar, leadership scholars engage in interdisciplinary inquiries into leadership, theories, practice, and application, therefore generating insights that inform organizational leadership development initiative. Innovation in teaching, methodologies, technological integration, and curriculum design enhance the effectiveness of educational leadership program. Therefore, leadership in education and academia is essential for nurturing talents, fostering intellectual growth, driving socio-economic progress in Nigeria by investigating in education leadership development, promoting research excellence, and addressing systemic challenges. Nigeria can build a robust educational ecosystem that empowers future generations to lead and succeed. That will take us to the next one that has to do with leadership in governance and administration. Leadership in governance and administration. Leadership in governance and administration is crucial for effective public policy delivery, policy formulation, and democratic governance in Nigeria. This chapter explores the rules, challenges, and opportunities facing leaders in the public sector as they navigate complex political, social, and economic dynamics. And that will take us to public sector leadership. Public sector leadership, including government officials, civil servants, and public makers or policy makers, are entrusted with the responsibility of managing public resources, implementing policies, and delivering essential services to citizens. According to a scholar, effective public sector leadership requires vision, integrity, and accountability. Leaders must balance competing interests, navigate bureaucratic structures, and uphold ethical standards in their decision-making processes. That will take us to administrative efficiency and effectiveness. What are we expecting in that area? Administrative leadership is essential for ensuring the efficiency and effectiveness of public institutions and service delivery mechanism. As noted by a scholar, administrative leaders are responsible for streamlining processes, ensuring organizational performance, and promoting a culture of excellence within government agencies. By adopting principles of good governance, transparency, and performance management, administrative leaders can improve service delivery and build public trust in government institutions. So, what are the integrities and accountability in governance? If you may like to know, integrity and accountability are fundamental principles of leadership in governance, essential for fostering public trust and confidence in governance. According to a scholar, corruptions and malfunction undermine the credibility of the public institutions and erode public trust in government leaders. Therefore, leaders must demonstrate integrity, uphold ethical standards, and hold themselves and their colleagues accountable for their actions. Through transparency and anti-corruption measures and citizens' engagement, leaders can promote a culture of integrity, and accountability in governance. In conclusion, leadership in governance and administration is vital for promoting effective, transparent, and accountable governance in Nigeria. By cultivating ethical leadership practice, ensuring administrative efficiency, and fostering public participation, leaders can contribute to building a responsive and inclusive governance that meets the needs and aspirations of all citizens. And that will bring us to the end of this lesson. So, going through what we have done, we have been able to cover so much. We have talked about understanding what leadership is, cultural influences of leadership, then political landmarks and leadership. We have talked on economic leadership, and we have also talked on social and community leadership. We have also looked into leadership in education and academia, and we have talked on the leadership in governance and administration, and that will bring down the lesson today, so that by next time we'll look into some other thing. Maybe we'll look at leadership in crisis and conflict. Thank you for listening. God bless you all.